India versus England fifth test, which was rescheduled because of the coronavirus scare, is less than 10 days away. A lot has changed, folks, in the last 10 months. New captains, new coaches, an entirely different era has begun. But it doesn't change the fact that India are 2-1 up heading into the fifth match. A draw or a win will see India retain the trophy, whereas a 2-2 draw might prove to be a dampener for India's World Test Championship prospects. Before we head into the Edgbaston Test, which will begin on July 1, let us take a look back at the previous 4 tests, which was titanic indeed when India had toured there last year. Let us begin with the first test at Trent Bridge. The match was drawn, but it was tense. England were bundled out for 183 thanks to a superb spell of bowling from Jasprit Bumrah. Joe Root, as was the norm at that time, stood tall with a gritty 50. India responded with a lead of 95 runs thanks to KL Rahul's brilliance. But that match will be remembered for James Anderson getting rid of Virat Kohli for a golden duck, as well as Ollie Robinson's 5 wickets. In the third innings when England batted, it was Root who defied India totally. In that total of 303, take out Joe Root and England were staring at an abysmal defeat. Bumrah, though, was spitting fire, and in his absolute brilliance, he repeated what he had done in 2018 Trent Bridge by taking another 5-wicket haul at that venue. However, just as India were shaping up to chase down 208, unfortunately, the weather gods intervened and rain washed out the fifth day. Thus, the first match ended in a draw. Shifting our focus to Lords, the venue where we had last won in 2014, it was a masterclass from KL Rahul that set the base for India's dominance. 129, India were on course to reach 400, 450. But Jimmy, the master at Lords and England's greatest bowler ever, took 5 for 62. England seemed to have had the advantage with Joe Root, the maestro, yet again scoring 180. Mohammad Siraj, though, bowled with absolute fire and venom and with tremendous accuracy. His 4 for 94 ensured that India just restricted England to a 27-run lead. When India batted for the second time, Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara stepped up with 61 and 45, and it was their 100-run stand that put England under tremendous pressure. But who took the game away from them? It was the tail enders. Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami put on a magnificent show for the final wicket. Aimed with batting out just 2 sessions, India now had the momentum and they wanted to go for the kill against England. What did they do? Mohammad Siraj, absolute brilliance yet again. 4 for 32, England barely lasted 1.5 sessions. All out for 120, and India had taken a 1-0 lead heading after the Lord's Test. The focus then shifted to Leeds, but India just could not maintain their hold. James Anderson yet again a sensational spell of 3 for 6 in 8 overs, and India were bundled out for 78. Joe Root continued to hurt India, and his 3rd century in the series gave England a huge lead, 432, and India were now staring at an abyss of 355 runs. Could India save the test match? They couldn't, because Ollie Robinson yet again 5 for 65 just ran through India's middle order. Cheteshwar Pujara, though, showed his class and his solidity. His 91 showed the way that India could bat on a seaming wicket in Leeds, but unfortunately the rest of the batting could not back up. India and England were now 1-1 heading into the Oval. In that 4th test, India were once again staring down the barrel. Chris Woakes 455, but an unlikely batting hero in Shardul Thakur gave India some respectability of 191. It was Shardul Thakur who had done India a brilliant favour in that partnership with Washington Sundar at Brisbane. Yet again he showed his credentials. England managed a lead of 99 runs with Umesh Yadav and Shardul Thakur doing the bowling honours. Ollie Pope the star with 81. But a lead of 99 seemed pretty low considering that England were at one stage looking at a lead of 150 to 200. In came Rohit Sharma and he played possibly a series-defining knock. His 127, backed up with 50s from Rishabh Pant, ensured that India had a target of over 360 heading into the final day. England tried, they had an opening partnership of 110, but Umesh Yadav and Shardul Thakur put in a brilliant display of swing bowling as well as reverse swing bowling. India had achieved glory after 52 years. Rather than that, 50 years of brilliance at the Oval. In 1971, they had won the first test there and they had won the series. 50 years later, they had once again won a test at the Oval and had come close to securing a series win in England after 14 years. Heading into the Edgbaston test, it is important to know the leading run getter from India is Rohit Sharma. His 127 plus a couple of 50s has ensured that his average in the series is 52. All hopes on India will be on Rohit Sharma, giving them a great start. For England, it's Joe the Master Root. 564 runs, 3 centuries in Trent Bridge, Oval and Leeds has put him in a different pedestal altogether. An average of 94. Even now in the series against New Zealand, he's done brilliantly. He's gone past 10,000 runs and his consistency and run scoring is now on par with the Fab Four. When it comes to wickets, Jasprit Bumrah has shown why he is India's gun bowler in the Sena countries. 18 wickets, including one 5-wicket haul at Trent Bridge. Simply sensational. But England will be fretting on Ollie Robinson whether he will come back for the India test, because his 2 5-wicket hauls gave England a semblance of a chance. In fact, his 1 5-wicket haul gave England the win in Leeds. 21 wickets, average of 21.33. Ollie Robinson has struggled with fitness, but one hopes that he recovers in time for the Edgbaston test. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this recap. We will be there with more analysis and build-up for the India versus England and India versus Ireland series. Press the like, comment and share button, folks. We are also there on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you.